Hey queens, you're welcome back again to another sewing tutorial on my YouTube channel. My name is Esther. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, I share sewing tutorials on this platform and this is Queen Sewing Tutorials. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks for always stopping by, and if this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome and I hope you subscribe and join the family. This video, we are going to be learning how to make this 3-step gathered gown. It also has these dramatic pleated stripe sleeves with an elastic chest band. So this is going to be a completely beginners friendly tutorial. And this beautiful braided wig you see on me is up on sales. If it is something you like, send me a DM. The details is going to be in the description. With all of that being said, let us get started with this video. This is my 6 yards of Ankara print, but for this dress, I'm going to be using 5 yards, 4 to 5 yards for it. Next is my 1-inch elastic band, and I'm also going to be using my bias tape. So 1 roll of bias tape is going to be enough for this. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to cut out the chest band. So these are the measurements we are going to be working with. So to get the chest band, I'm just going to take the round circumference of my upper bust measurements, which is 40 inches. Now go ahead to add 4 inches to that, which is going to give me 44 inches. So now I'm cutting out 44 inches. The length is 44 inches, while the wideness I use 3 inches. Right now I'll go ahead to cut out my elastic band. So you want this to kind of like shrink in. So I'm going to be removing 3 inches from my original bust measurement. So for my elastic, I went on to cut out 37 inches. So remember, I cut this band on fold by 3 inches. So if I open it up like this, I have 6 inches. So this is the way I'm going to place my elastic onto the band. Before I sew this together, I will first of all iron the sides of the band. I will fold them in by 0.5 inches. So I'll just take them, I'll take it up to my iron now, and I'll just fold that like that way, because I want this to be a 2 inches band. All right, so I know after folding this look more than 2 inches, but I actually worked with 2 inches. Okay, so I will set that aside. I'm coming back to that, but first I need to cut out the layers. I'm going to be cutting out the first layer. So I'm sorry, when I was cutting this, my camera was not showing all the parts, but I will explain everything to you. So for the first layer, I went on to cut out 2 yards. Initially, I cut 1.5 yards, but it was not enough. So I added half yard to it to make it 2 yards. When I got the measurement, I went on to notch that out. And for the length, I'm going to be using 9.5 inches. So this 9.5 inches is also for my stitching allowance. So after I was done stitching, I had less than 9.5 inches. I hope you understand. So go ahead and measure your preferred length. So you can see that I'm trying to fold this to meet the notch points, right? So I'll just go on now to cut out the length. So this is how I'm going to be cutting out the rest parts of the layers. So I took out the border line because I don't like starting from that point. Okay, so now I'm going to be marking out 9.5 inches, just like you see me do. When I was cutting the rest other layers, my camera was not showing at all. So now I'm just going to explain to you. Like, this is the first layer I cut, right? The 9.5 inches by 2 yards. So this is the first layer. For the second layer, I have 3 yards by 11 inches. And for the third layer, I have 4.5 yards by 14 inches. The actual measurement I used for the length of the last layer was 12 inches. So the 2 inches was for folding allowance, okay? Now it is time for us to use our bias tape, and the reason why I'm using this bias tape is because I don't have the that weaving machine. So if there is a way you can weave this without using the bias, I think it's going to be better, because this was very stressful. So I'm going to be placing the bias like this. I'm just going to be turning it like so. Okay, just watch what I'm doing. What I'm doing now is that I'm inserting the tip of my Ankara in between my bias. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the 2 steps. So now I'm going to be working on my band, on my chest band. You can see I have gone ahead to fold this in, right? And this is how I'm going to place my elastic. I'm just going to place it from the first end to the last end, like so. And I'll stitch the tips. So you can see that my elastic is shorter than the band. That's how it's supposed to be. So just go ahead and drag it to the end and just sew that up. So when you're done sewing, you just fold it this way and you make multiple straight line stitches. Okay, just make multiple straight line stitches, like up to 8. I made 8 straight stitches. So I am done with my bias. So you have to just don't bias the first step. You don't need to bias the first layer. Okay, so I went on to cut that out because I didn't need it. Just go ahead and bias the second and the third layer, the tip of them. So the end of it, you're just going to weave it, all right, if you understand. So now you can see my band, and you see the way it is looking. It is giving that smoking effect, and that is what we want. So I also went on to make loose stitches to draw my gathers. So now I'll go ahead to draw these gathers. Okay, you're going to draw this gather in a way that it will fit into the band. So I'll go ahead to gather this up like so, and while I'm gathering, I'll also go on to measure the band to see what I have at the end of the band, and I'll measure the gathers to make sure that everything is equal. So remember, the bust circumference I took was 40 inches, but now I have 42 inches. Remember, we don't want this to be so tight. I want it to be loose. If you want it to be tight, you can just go on to reduce, but I was okay with this because I wanted it to be loosed. So when I measured, I saw that it was not enough. So now you can see that I'm trying to adjust this in a way that it's going to fit into the band. And right now you can see it is now of the same measurement, and I'm just going to open this up. Right, that opening we ironed, so we're just going to be fixing this in between, okay, and just make a top stitch to follow those straight lines. I'm just going to be adding 2 more straight lines, all right, to the already lines we have already sewed onto the band, if you understand what I'm talking about. And with that, we are done with the first step, and you can see the way it is looking. So now it is time to work on the second step. So the trick to this style is that you want to make sure that the second step is wider than the first step. So the lower the steps, the wider the fabric. So you want to make sure, just like we did for the first step, you want to also make sure that the second step is lapping on the first layer and it is accommodating very well, okay? So you just go ahead and continue to draw your gathers to make sure that it is equal with the first step, just like you see me do. I'll go ahead and repeat this same process to the last layer. So if you don't want this to be too full, you don't have to use the measurements I used. You can go ahead and reduce it, okay, because mine was very full. Like, this gown was very full. So when I was done with everything, this is what it came out looking like. You can see how it came out looking like. I love the outcome, actually. So now I'm going to be folding up like so, and I will just make a 0.5 inches straight stitching. I'll take this over to the sewing machine now, and I'm just going to be stitching this. And now it is time for us to make our pleated stripe sleeves. For the length, I'm going to be cutting out 30 inches, and for the wideness, I'm going to be using 4 inch. So I'll go ahead and cut 4 of these pieces. I'll take this over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to be stitching this across the 4 sides. Now I am done stitching across all 4 sides, and I'm going to be turning this out by cutting out a little opening. I'll just go ahead and cut out a little opening that I'll be using to pull this out. So we are going to be hiding this opening when we start stitching. So queens, if you have watched up to this point and you enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. And I'd like to remind you to subscribe if you haven't done that already, and also please like this video so it can get pushed out to as many people that are interested in content like this. So you can see these tiny stripes is what I'm going to be using to connect this pleated stripe onto my gown. Sorry. So right now it is time for the pleating. So I went on to cut out a 12 inches pattern, right, to be able to direct me, so that when I'm done pleating this, I will have 6 inches on the front and 6 inches on the back. So you can go ahead and measure yours to know how long you want yours to be. And I'm just going to be pleating up to the end of this pattern, okay? So I'll continue to make this crease pleating just like so until I get to the end. So this was how I was able to achieve that dramatic sleeve you saw the gown. So my sleeve length is 7 inches. I'm going to be using 7 inches. So in total, I'll be needing 14 inches, okay? So now what I'm going to do now is that after I measured this, I got 12 inches, and I'm just going to add 1 inch from those tiny stripes, just like so. I'm just going to be adding 1 inch. So I'll just join them all. Please make sure this is going to be at the midpoint of this pleated stripes. So please ignore these 16 inches I am measuring. I used 14 inches for this. So I'll go ahead and repeat the same process on the other stripes, and when I'm done, this was the result. So I'm sorry I couldn't show you when I was attaching this, okay, because I did this in the middle of the night and there was no lights because I had to wear it the following day. Fixing this is easy. Just go ahead and measure from your left hand, from where you want the stripes to be, from the left to the right. Mine was 13 divided by 2, 6.5. I just went on to fold my gown into 2, looked for the midpoint, and I just placed my 6.5 inches, and that was how I got the right position to place my stripes. Or you can just do 1.5 or 2 inches away from your armhole, then you get a perfect place to place your stripes. With that, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on my next video. Bye.